Okay, so I finally went and got Starbucks because that Dunkin' Donuts coffee was just not the tea. And I regret nothing because their pumpkin spice, way better. Greetings, welcome back to my story. If you did not know, my name is Harley Nouveau. And in today's chapter, it is time for the week 5 update on how my skin is doing. Catching you up to speed yet again, if you haven't watched the previous videos, I am in the middle of a retin-A routine. Specifically, I'm using Differin. People use tretinoin, but it is a skincare routine that takes approximately 12 weeks to adjust to, and I figured I would document my progress through the weeks so that if you are ever considering doing the same, you are able to find these videos and see what maybe you can expect to happen to yourself. So, short, sweet, to the point. Before we begin, if you could like this video and share this video and subscribe to my channel, add your name to the storybook that is my life, I'm always happy to expand the cast. But without further ado, let's get on with this. Last time we had talked a bit about how I was experiencing a heavy breakout and I had not experienced the flaky or peeling stage yet. That was about to be expected for week 4 of progress. However, in a comedic turn of events, the very next day after posting that, my skin started peeling around my mouth area and around my, I don't know what you'd call this, nasal bridge. I thought that that was funny because, you know, if I'd waited one more day, I would have had that in my video. As you can probably tell, looking at my face up close, ugh, not much peeling happening now. It went away really quickly, and I don't know if it was caused by the actual retinol gel or if it was caused by not properly moisturizing the night before, because I have noticed that when I don't put on appropriate moisturizer, the next day my skin is a bit flaky, which is to be expected. If you ever use a retin-A product, you can tell pretty quickly that it has a drying effect by itself. Either way, if I'm being honest, it wouldn't have bothered me if I was peeling. I knew what side effects I could potentially be getting into, and I am wholeheartedly open to accepting those along the way because there is an end result I'm looking for here, and sometimes you have to navigate through a endless stream of sewage to reach greener pastures. Recap on that, last week I was having a bad breakout. I was having a little bit of a cystic breakout, and I think that's mostly all I remember talking about. And I was dealing with blue hair. As you can see, that's tamed itself a bit. But as far as the skin, let's get closer and talk about this. I'm gonna sneeze. That would be my luck, wouldn't it? If you didn't know, I'm allergic to cats, and where I'm at right now, currently, there is a cat, and it used to be in this room. It's not anymore, but the hair occasionally will get disturbed by me moving around. So if you ever see me struggling not to sneeze, that's what's happening there. So we're gonna start at the forehead because that's, I believe, where I started last time. Again, I don't have amazing light balance on this camera, so if it shifts in between blue and yellow and vice versa, I can't do much about that. However, as you can see, at least I can see, the breaking out is calming down a bit. I'm still getting bumps, but they're smaller overall. I'm not getting the same larger size ones. You can also see the ones that were bigger last time healing. And you can see that my pores look like as I've said before, I am acne prone, and I do have overactive sebaceous glands, so they do get clogged pretty often. To the best of my knowledge, I'm not supposed to exfoliate while doing this adjusting routine because it makes it more harsh on your skin, and I have sensitive skin to begin with. However, I think I'm going to look into what I possibly can do to exfoliate, only because while I'm noticing an improvement in my overall skin, I'm still having some clogged pores and blackheads, like right here. And yeah, I want to work on that. Now, it is possible, like I've said, this is a 12-week program and you do have to do it forever after that, but you're supposed to see results about week 12. It is possible by week 12 that the blackheads will also start clearing up. I've read a lot about that. I can't attest to that because I'm not there yet. Looking around, you can see that the breakout isn't severe. I am getting smaller bumps, but they're not too crazy. It's also not nearly as painful anymore, the acne that I'm getting, and I'm going to try not to touch my face. Looking down at this part, you can see same thing. a little bit of oiliness. I have, in my opinion, noticed what appears to be the beginning of a reduction in scar appearance. My pox marks are not nearly as noticeable as they were before to me. Not that I had crazy pox marks, but you can see a little bit here. I believe over here I have one in that area. My nose, again, to me, I've never really been all up in my nose, so I don't know if you can tell. I feel like my nose blackhead situation is getting quite a bit better. Zooming up close again, you can see there are a few ones that are like really out there, but that's used to be what my entire nose looked like. You know, I've always had really large pores on my skin, and you can probably see that looking at all of my face. There's large pores everywhere. I'm never gonna be able to get rid of that. That's just a genetic thing. Now, what I wanna talk about, the biggest change between last week and this week, is this area right here. I pretty much never in my life struggled with acne on my lips themselves. I occasionally get breakouts underneath my nasal cavity, but never on my lips themselves. In this past week, I have had 4 different blackheads appear along the lining of my lips. This could be attested to the fact that I have been putting Vaseline on my lips to help with chapped lips and to help prevent the retin-A from migrating into my lip area. And because it is a thicker molecule, it could be clogging the pores. That's certainly possible. But here, I was bad and I ended up trying to get it out, and that's how the skin looks now. It's not a cold sore, it's not herpes. I literally pulled a blackhead out of there. Overall, things that I've noticed, like I said, I'm noticing what to me, not on my nose, appears to be an increase in blackhead appearance on my forehead. Maybe you can tell that too. Now, that could certainly be because the cell turnover rate is improving. That could be everything like migrating to the surface and it's all gonna come out. I have no way of telling you. I'm hoping that that's the case. My skin feels really soft all the time now, so that's good, except for where my stubble is, because, you know, God forbid I'm a man. And I've also noticed, you might not believe this because, you know, you're not with me 24/7. I have very mild rosacea, I believe. And my face is always extremely flushed compared to the rest of my body. You can even tell looking right here. However, I have noticed what seems to be a bit of an improvement in palette between my face and the rest of my body. To me, it seems like the redness has toned down quite a bit, because beforehand, this is a dramatic example for sure. Beforehand, I feel like my face was like this color. Canceled, I know. I bought this before any of that shit happened. Substantially pinker. And, you know, now it's still obviously more pink than my body. We're working our way there. However, if at the end of this rainbow, my redness resolves itself mildly from that alone, it would be great. I don't know if you can tell the difference between that last frame and this one, but I put on a BB cream. That's why my skin color evened out a bit. I really haven't been wearing makeup, as I've said, during this whole process. However, I have noticed that when I wear it, it doesn't seem like I'm breaking out because of it as much anymore. And that's great. That could also be a byproduct of me properly cleaning it off, as I know that prior to being licensed and caring so much about my skin underneath the makeup, you know, I have found, unless you have a sensitivity to a lot of products, typically they don't break you out unless you are not taking them off all the way. So if you wear makeup, take that shit off all the way. That's pretty much all I got to talk to you about today. Don't do drugs, make good life choices, and if you are going to try out a retinol, be prepared for the long journey ahead, because it is certainly a journey. It's pretty much all I had to talk about today. In recap yet again, getting some more clogged pores. The breakouts have started calming down quite a bit. Still not noticed any crazy amount of flakiness. I am noticing what seems to be a smoother texture, soft and supple quality to my skin, and more elasticity for the most part. So I'm excited to see what future weeks bring. who knows, next week I could look crazy. Thanks again for stopping by to see my latest skin update. Hopefully I got some more updates for you next week that consists of more than just, it's looking okay. And as always, I am Harley Nouveau, and I wish each of you every happiness until our stars next time.